Yes, guys, that is not clickbait at all. I'm shocked of what I have found here in the Bitcoin chart, because that could mean that Bitcoin will drop massively over the next coming days. But there is still a little bit, tiny bit of hope that this is not going to happen. And I will show you today both sides of the coin. And if you think that is interesting, then you should definitely stick around here. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, that you are liking the video, and also slapping the notification bell so that you will never miss out on these really informative and important updates, even on a Saturday. And now let me show you what I have found here in the charts. So let me start first off on a positive note, potentially, for Bitcoin. And that is here on the 1 hourly chart. Bitcoin is still holding above $29,800, which is a crucial level. And we are also above this downward sloping former resistance line. We had broken above it with a fake out. We cannot call it anything else. It was a fake out. But now we broke again above it. And it looks like that we are staying above it, even though the price is creating lower lows and lower highs here since yesterday around the same time. So since then we are basically doing this in that section of the chart, of course, you know. So on the grand scheme of things, there we are not creating lower lows, but we are creating lower highs. What we can observe here is that overall we still haven't broken this bigger downward sloping resistance line. We can clearly see this with the local top that we created here, almost at 32K, then another touch around $31,650-$60, and then down here another touch at around $30,400. Yesterday we got close at $30,100, but we did not touch it quite yet. And then we had today 2 touches at that line and again got rejected. But you can see that we are creating here a narrowed triangle. I don't know really how to call that, you know, so it's not really a triangle, but it's just 2 lines that are running into each other and creating an apex. And we are getting closer and closer to that apex. So Bitcoin has to make a decision either to break finally above that line and continue its trajectory to the upwards, or create a deviation and move to the downside. So in the next 7 hours, we actually gonna know in which direction it's going, because then we are running out and into that apex, and Bitcoin has to make a decision either to go up or to go down. Something that makes me a little bit bearish is here this upward sloping trend line. I don't like that at all, because when you look at it, this could be a bear flag if you cut out some of the wicks here. So it's of course an extended one. It's not really beautiful. It's way too long in my opinion, going on already for a bear flag, but you could still potentially make the case for it. And that could bring us down almost $800 to the technical target. And you know it, guys, if we get a breakdown out of a bearish, out of a bear flag, normally we overshoot these targets and go lower. So we could touch into the 28K area if we are breaking here to the downside in the next coming hours. So of course the stochastic RSI wants to flip here bullish, but that doesn't mean anything if not other indicators would be in alignment with that. So here you see there is still more bearish momentum on the MACD. We don't have a lighter red candle yet that would indicate a shift. The only thing that makes me kind of neutral here on the MACD is that we are not creating here lavishly extensive big red candles, for example, like over here on the MACD. So look at that sell volume that came in. So it's considerably small. So like over here, where we did not get huge moves to the downside. But still, we have to be careful here, in my opinion. And also, when we are looking here on the EMA ribbon, the EMA ribbon is also broken to the downside. So we try to wobble here above it again, but we got heavily rejected and still trending beneath it since we created the top at 31,000. Here at 31,000 376. From that moment on, it flipped to the downside, and here we got the failed attempt to flip it again, but like I said, failed, and now we are beneath it. So yeah, perfect scenario. We break above it today, 29,930k, stay above that level, it flips to the upside, we continue the uptrend, but for now it doesn't look good. Then here on the 4-hourly chart, here we are also under the EMA ribbon, which is indicating that we are on the 4-hourly chart also in a downtrend right now. We're not even breaking back into the ribbon, which is also not a good sign. We had a lot of wicks here trying to break back in, but failed. And also here, this can turn bearish any given moment on the stochastic RSI. So if the price action is not getting at least to $29,900, $29,950 in my opinion, this looks heavily bearish. So, but here I also want to give you a little bullish outlook, and that is still this imbalance that we have sitting here for Bitcoin. So, and that is around $31,000. So that imbalance did not get cleaned yet. I think it's from the 1-hourly chart. Let's have a look where it's coming from. Yes, so it's coming here from the 1-hourly chart. So that imbalance was not cleared yet. So a move to $31,000 will still occur at some point in the coming days, in my opinion. So, and how that could look like, what I could imagine is all the longs get liquidated with a break to the downside, let's say to $28,800, because there's a support level. And then we go up, liquidate all the shorts at 31k, and then the liquidity is balanced again, and then we start doing something like this. So that is for me a valid scenario that could be definitely be happening here. So Bitcoin is trying again to push a little bit to the upside, but I have no confidence right now, or not a lot of confidence, at least by today, that we managed to break here heavily to the upside. So we have to work with what's in the charts, and that is looking bearish right now. Then here on the 12-hourly chart again, I'm bearish on the 12-hourly chart. We are trying again to break above this downward sloping resistance line on the RSI to break the bearish divergence. So, but still here the bearish divergence is still technically intact, and we started to see the play out of it. So here that whole area is, in my opinion, the start of it. So, and the target is all the way down here on that imbalance, $28,400. And like I said, I believe that we will come back really quick to the upside if we see a fast drop. But we have to wait what's going to happen here in the next couple of hours. Also here, multiple retests around the 30k level to break above that level, because it's crucial to hold this as support, and we got every time rejected with fake outs and with wicks to the upside, as we can clearly see here. And that's of course not bullish at all. Here's now the reason why I believe that Bitcoin could potentially face a 40% drop, as you have seen in my thumbnail, and that is the Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Bands are for a long time now squeezing together, and we haven't seen that in quite a while. And that is also the reason why I believe that we could massively drop to the downside, because we are under the middle band of the Bollinger Bands. So, and that is the 50 moving exponential average. And every time when we're under it, normally we go into a downtrend. So let me show it to you. So here price action was above, we come under it, we went lower until we broke above it. And then here, so here in the past we broke above it. So then we broke, so we stayed here a little bit here, then we broke under it here again, we went down. We were above it, we broke under it, we went down. So, and something similar could be happening here. And when you look at it from the price where we are right now, 40% is maybe a little bit dramatic, to say the least. So, but here's some support at 27,000, maybe a little bit higher, 27,500. So an 8% drop could be definitely here in the cards based on the Bollinger Bands. So, but if we go back and look when the Bollinger Band squeezed the last time and started to widening up, always ugly when it happened. Here, look here at this. So price action is under the Bollinger Band, the middle band, and then we saw a drop in the price. We had kind of the same sideways action that we have right now, and we dropped here 40%. So you see, it's coming from there, that 40% potential move to the downside. And we had for a long time not such a long sideways squeezing move in the Bollinger Bands. So like I said, I think a 40% move is here out of the question, because it would bring us back to like 18K. But 8-10% is definitely possible in my opinion, which will bring us back here, like I said, to the $27,000-ish area. And so there is some support, actually massive support, and then also underlying at $25,000 approximately. So and that will be a target for me if we are seeing here now the bands opening up and the price action declining. So here a good short opportunity would be around $29,400-ish. From there, I would start shorting it to the downside. I would wait a little bit to get confirmation for I'm doing that. So, and yeah, that's why we have to be really careful what's happening here in the next coming hours and days with Bitcoin. We should not forget it's the weekend, so it's really easy to push the price in either direction because of low volume. But yeah, on Monday, when volume kicks in again, it could get really quick, really ugly. And guys, don't forget, if you want to trade somewhere, do it on BYBIT. There you can copy actually my trades, and you will still get $30,000 if you sign up with my specific link here. That will be only valid until tomorrow, I think. And then it's changing back to 5,000. So you should definitely make an account today to take advantage of that. And yeah, don't forget to copy my trades. I haven't had a losing trade in over 10 days. 100% win rate, over 70% profit for my clients on there. So just go there and copy my trades. Also on BingX, you can still copy my trades, but also only with that specific link here. And if you want to learn properly to trade and analyze the markets and take advantage of them and getting actually a real edge with strategies that are working, that I've accumulated over the last couple of years, then go to AMCrypto.us. There you can buy my courses. So you see I have here a completely self-learning course, an assisted one, and a mentorship program. Check it out. You can pay with crypto, which is amazing. And that will give you all the information that you need to become a profitable trader. I have over 2,000 students accumulated over the last couple of years, and only 1 out of 2,000 was not profitable. And that says actually already everything. So now let's move on here to altcoins. The Bitcoin dominance is rising here a little bit to the upside, but I believe that we're going to see here a further decline to the downside based on the bear flag that we were forming here. I don't believe that we see a massive breakout. If we break to the upside, it will be, in my opinion, a fake out, and of course Bitcoin price has to increase, which will also uplift some of the altcoins. So this will be not all too bad. It will be only really bad if the dominance goes up, Bitcoin goes kind of sideways, and the altcoins gonna bleed then. So that is something that we don't want to see. But I believe that we will see further continuation to the downside, to the technical target of that bear flag to 47.72%. Of course, here we're gonna face some resistance to go lower, because that was a prior support. As we can see here, sorry, that will act now as support, and it was priorly resistance to go higher. So you have always to think inverse when you look at the dominance. Yeah, so but yeah, so it was broken here as resistance. We went higher. Now this should act as support. So I can imagine we will have some struggle to break through that to the downside. Eventually we're gonna get there, and the altcoin's gonna rally to the upside. Another reason that I had forgotten to mention over the last couple of days is I had a feeling while I was traveling that the DXY is actually going up, and that's why Bitcoin is not really moving. And now I finally checked it today, and yes, you can see here over the last 4 days we were actually rallying back up. But I believe on Monday we're gonna see a further decline of the dominance, of the DXY, of the dollar index, because we will run into this prior support level, which is now resistance. And I don't think that we're going to break it. I think we're going to see a rejection from there to that support line back down to like 100.3 points here on the dollar index, and eventually break that also and continue the trajectory to the downside, because the downside targets, they were not completely reached yet here on the DXY. So they're all the way down to like 96 or even lower. Potentially even here to like 94 points. Yeah, 93.5 points actually. Yeah, so these levels were not reached yet. So, and I can imagine that over the next couple of weeks that we're gonna see the dollar going that low with inflation kind of be halted and no increase in interest rates, that we will see a further decline, which will be overall good for the whole crypto market. Guys, that's it for today's update. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure that you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then tomorrow.